Words don't come easily. Like I love you. So I did a 28-minute video of Gypsy, Rose, Blanchard and her mother and the astrology. And I stupidly, because the memory on my phone was bad, I deleted it. But, because my YouTube won't let me do parts, because you pause things, don't you, sometimes, and then you go and do something. But, no. Anyway, so I didn't do that. Went on something else, and then it went into 3 different parts, which I put on CapCut, and I thought, oh, I'll do it from there then. Saved on that. No. So a whole 28-minute video gone. And you know me, I'm going to tell you how I feel. I'm going to tell you how I feel. I'm not one of these, like, YouTubers. It's like, hiya, everything's amazing. I'm doing this, sponsor this, like this. But do, please like this. Because I would like to make money. I've been doing this fucking years and I haven't made a penny. But, there you go. There's some effort for you with my Mars in my 10th house. In Taurus. That's where it's lacking, guys. See, I put my sunglasses on. And I've got to be honest with you guys, I've been felt tired for days. There you go, they're going to fall. They're going to fall. And the astrology of this one is interesting. This is my other account, but it doesn't matter because it can be transferred to the other one. So, Gypsy Rose has her sun in Leo at the 4 degrees, a Cancerian degree, the mother. Very interesting. She was born on July 27th, 1991. Not 1995. Her mother lied about her age. Her mother wasn't a well woman either. But do we know if Gypsy's like... Anyway, her moon's in Aquarius at the 14th degree, the Taurus degree. Mercury in Virgo, 0 degree. Now that's an interesting one because that's an anaretic degree, I think they call it. So, let's say it makes it more profound so it can bring out any energy. And that's the talking. And Mercury and Virgo, I got that. I know people who've got that. Amy Winehouse has got that. It can give you a baby-like voice. So her voice was very childlike. She had a Virgo stellium, so I can see this. Virgo rules grooming. She was groomed. Anyway, let's go through this. Her Mars was in Virgo. Her Venus was in Virgo. And they were right combust on each other. Her Mars sat right on top of her... her Mars sat right on top of her Venus. Her Jupiter's in Leo. Her Saturn's in Aquarius. And her Uranus is in Capricorn. She's got a lot of Earth energy. Even though she's a fire sign and a Libra rising. Okay? If we are to believe that. So her chart ruler is her Venus in Virgo. Venus don't like being in Virgo. Because, I'll tell you why. Venus likes to be an exaltated Pisces. Because it's that beautiful vision of love. And version of love that's just expressed in a way. And Virgo doesn't like being in that sign because it's not like the form of that sign and how it wants to be presented. But the more interesting astrology comes from the chart placements, I think. And then the mother, Sun in Taurus, controlling, which squares Gypsy's sun. Right, Leos and Tauruses do really clash anyway. So I'm going to have to skip Chopsy because it's just too much to have come as you are. Makes sense. Moon and Pisces, that rules the imprisonment. I was watching old videos on this and how they got their house in from after the Katrina thing happened and how they shared the name with the neighbours. Now this woman, Dee Dee, I'm going to give her some respect even though I think she's an awful woman from what she did. And the fact, yeah... just makes me very, very sad. And I have empathy for most situations, like every situation, if I'm being honest. Okay, so her moon is in Pisces, her Mercury is in Taurus, her Venus is in Gemini, and Mars is in Libra. So they both have a lot of air energy going on here. Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Aries, Uranus in Virgo, and her nodes. Her south node was in Scorpio. There's the power, there's the control. These people are going to be some of the most controlling people you'll meet, and they will have a very bad... Scorpios have this complex that they are not good enough and not truly loved. Like a adopted child might feel like they're not good enough and they're not worthy enough, so they push people away. In this woman's case, though, with the Taurus thing, which is money and riches and goods... And then her Venus being in Gemini, which is the chatty side, and being almost being like a good PR person. I can imagine like she was good PR on her own without anybody else. And Gypsy said if one doctor didn't believe her, she'd go to another. Like, this woman was organised. It reminds me kind of like Eminem's mum, but to an extreme. So then let's go into like the aspects and what I saw and what I thought. Now, I had examples before of like the charts and what was going on there, and I could, if I wanted to, I could pause this and do it, but I'm going to just tell you. So, her Mercury, Gypsy's Mercury, her Pluto is in the second house, and Pluto rules, like, we know what Pluto rules. It rules transformation, it rules Scorpio, it rules death, it rules things we can't control, it rules cults, it rules all that dark-sided stuff. And the second house is money, investments, and how we make money. And let's put some examples up here so I can explain it to you. Well, this just got more complicated than I thought, guys. So here we go. Second house reads value, material possessions, assets, physical body, finances, earnings, financial loans, lending, and Pluto's other people's money. And they both have that. They both have that, other people's money. The second house, and getting given things and getting given a house. I'm not judging, I'm just saying. It's very interesting. Then we're going to look at, hold on. It's the more of it, the house of concrete values, ruled by Taurus. The mum is a Taurian. Money and values, and apparently Dee Dee would steal from the family when she was younger, because she didn't have that security and supposedly unalived her mother. Very interesting and motherly karma here. That Pluto aspect with your mum, got it myself. And an astrologer here is saying it brings out a negative expression where you think it isn't, especially of the Pisces and the Virgo axes. Here we go, here we have Gypsy's chart. See? She's got Chiron in the 10th house, interesting, and her South Node. So she needs to escape that public life with her son as well, because that's what her South Node is doing. It wants her to go into her 4th house of Mother, where it needs healing, the North Node. But look at all that Saturn energy in those houses. She's got her Lilith. She's got her Uranus, her Neptune, her North Node, and her Saturn. All that is that mother, the unpredictableness, their pills, everything. The dark moon Lilith, and then her moon going into the 5th house. And yeah, it's just really scary, because a lot of people are like really shipping her, and it's probably not good for her. Like, I feel like this woman really needs to be protective. And then underneath you see Dee Dee's chart too. Interesting, isn't it? It's very, very ironic, like the 10th house again. But you see her North Node is actually in the 10th house, where her South Node is in the opposite house. So, yeah, she needed to go in that spotlight, but not in the way she was doing it. Her Mercury in Taurus is that Gemini degree, and then that 6th degree of a Virgo degree of the North Node. The lot of fortune and the sun, God, they had similar aspects, man. And the 8th house moon, the 9th house Saturn, the dark moon. I mean, man. And then the 11th house I found very interesting, okay? The 11th house has Jupiter and Mercury in for Gypsy, so she did go along with this. But also, guys, this girl was seriously abused, so where do we draw the lines of it? I want to go on a lot longer with this, and I might do a part 2. So here's my part 1. Like, how do you feel about this case, and what do you think? It's very, very complex, isn't it? And that much engine syndrome. My boyfriend actually was in hospital with the child, Beverly Allen, and he got iller and iller and sicker. Look her up, yeah, it was in Lincolnshire. He did tell me the hospital, his doctor was an Indian doctor. but his mother had to take him out because he was getting really ill. So my boyfriend's deadly scared of hospitals now, but it's a serious condition, this is, and it's scary because